me to say? Do you want me to say it now? Presentation C. Okay, so, oh, what are you doing? Sorry, start again. I'm going to warn everyone, the main theorist in my talk is called Wiener, and I may giggle because I'm nervous. Okay, I'm doing my talk on what my blog was on, but I'm going to go into a bit more detail because there just wasn't enough words to go through everything to do with attribution. So it's how our beliefs affect our motivation, and more specifically how what we attribute the causes of our successes and failures to affect our future motivation. Okay, so attribution theory, very simply, why do we do what we do? What are the causes behind our behaviour? But Wiener took that a bit further, and he was mostly interested in achievement. So why do we try hard to achieve or not try hard to achieve? Okay, so Wiener said that it was down to there's attributions are classified along 3 causal dimensions. That's locus of control, which can be internal and external, stability, stable and unstable, and controllability, controllable and uncontrollable. I'll go into them in a bit more detail now. So starting with locus of control, and they are the cause. Do we attribute the causes of our successes and failure to things we've done within ourselves or to environmental or situational factors? So internal is when it's something within ourselves. Have I missed a slide? Oh, wait, I've missed something. Okay, basically, sorry, the factors affecting attributions are ability, effort, task difficulty, and luck. That's all you need to know, because then this will actually make sense. Okay, so internal is stuff that comes from within ourselves, so that's effort and ability. We decide how much effort we put into our successes and failures, and our ability is something that's within ourselves as well. So we might say, I passed that exam because I worked hard, or I failed that exam because I don't have the ability to pass. And then external is something that comes from the environment or our situation. So I passed because I got lucky, or I failed because the exam was too hard. They're things that we can't control in the environment and the situation. Okay, so the next one's stability. So that is the likelihood that an event will reoccur. If I fail an exam, am I going to fail again next time? Stable are things that are likely to happen again. So you've got task difficulty and ability. I passed because the exam was easy. I actually don't agree with that one, because I don't think just because the exam was easy this time, it's going to be easy next time, but that's how Wiener said it. Task difficulty is stable. Also ability, we can't change our level of ability to do something, so that's likely to reoccur as well. I failed because I don't have the ability to pass. If you haven't got the ability this time, you're not going to have the ability next time. Unstable, so it's not likely to reoccur in the future. I passed because I got lucky. There's nothing to say you're going to get lucky again next time. Or I failed because I didn't put enough effort in. Next time you might put a lot more effort in, so you're not likely to fail again if you do change that. So it's not likely to reoccur if you change your effort level. Okay, controllability. So controllable and uncontrollable. A person's perception about whether we're able to influence events. So in this one, the only controllable one is effort. You can control the amount of effort you put in to succeed. So I passed because I worked hard, and that is up to you how much effort you put in. You might fail because you didn't work hard enough. Uncontrollable, we've got ability, luck, and task difficulty. You can't control any of them. You can't control your ability. You can't control how lucky you're going to be from day to day, and you can't control how difficult a task is going to be. I passed because I've got the ability to pass. I failed because I was unlucky. I passed because the exam was easy. You can't control any of those factors. Okay. So all these things have got have an effect on our future motivation. So the attribution process got 5 steps: action, emotional response, causal analysis, simultaneous generation of specific emotional response and future expectancies, and the subsequent behaviour. So I've got a little example over there. The action might be that you fail an exam, and your emotional response is that you feel displeased about failing this. The causal analysis is that you attribute that to an inability to pass that exam, you're not able. And this can lead to the emotional response of feeling embarrassed and ashamed. and the future expectancies are that that is uncontrollable and it's stable. You can't control your ability and it's likely to happen again in the future. So you're going to keep failing that exam. Therefore, you're not motivated to work hard in the future. Why bother putting a lot of effort in to your work if you're still going to fail because you don't have the ability to pass? Okay, there's one that leads to you feeling motivated in the future. Again, you fail the exam, feel that displeasure, but this time you attribute it to a lack of effort, and then you feel guilty. But effort is controllable and unstable. You can control the amount of effort you put in, and it's not likely to happen again in the future if you put more effort in. So maybe you put more effort in next time, you're motivated to work harder to pass. Don't change it, don't change it. However, there is an important factor in there that you have got to feel that displeasure. If you don't care whether you pass or fail, you might fail the exam, but you think, I don't care if I pass. So therefore, you're not going to feel that guilt, you're not going to change your effort level, and you're going to keep failing. And that leads us to a quote by Siegel and Shaughnessy, I think you say it. Before an instructor can help a student to change their attributions, the learner absolutely must care about succeeding, so you've got to want to succeed to change these attributions. Okay, so how can we change our attributions to stay motivated? First of all, we've got to think, do these attributions actually reflect reality? So a person may fail an exam, and they think their attribution is that I've failed because I don't have the ability to pass, which is uncontrollable and stable. And that'll lead to them not being motivated in the future. But in reality, maybe they just didn't revise enough, and that's why they failed, which is controllable and unstable. So, did you just change that? Sorry. So if you don't, no, go back. You're rubbish. Sorry. So if you actually stop and think, okay, do I have the ability, or did I actually just not revise enough? You need to actually think, are my attributions reflecting reality? Do I just need to put more effort in the future to pass? And that can help you stay motivated. Okay. But that can work the other way as well. You might fail an exam and your attribution is, oh, I was just unlucky, and therefore you think I might not be unlucky next time. I'll put the same amount of effort in and maybe I'll get lucky next time, whereas in reality you actually didn't revise enough. Oh, I've missed the brackets out there, sorry. You actually didn't revise enough, so again, you need to question whether you were just unlucky or whether you do need to work harder in the future. So it's about recognising these faulty attributions and changing them, realising if they do reflect reality and changing them if need be. But what if they are actually the correct attributions? What if you attribute your failure to not having the ability to pass, and that is actually correct, or if you just don't have the ability, what can you do then? So Driscoll urges teachers to encourage learners to recognise their outcomes are dependent on their efforts, which is something controllable. If it's controllable, then people are more likely to be motivated. However, I think it says Tollefson, they suggested that motivation can't be affected by simply rewarding their actions, because if a student puts in 100% of their effort, they really work hard and they still fail, then they're more likely to think that it's down to their lack of ability. I put effort in and I still failed, I obviously can't do this. So, I'm not even going to. Herrily and Wiener, they suggested the students who are regularly failing at a task obviously don't have the ability to complete that task. So they suggested that the students should be redirected towards something more suitable, something that they can achieve, so that when they do succeed at that easier task, they'll attribute their failures in the harder task to task difficulty rather than their ability to pass. And in that way, task difficulty is something that's external, so they're not feeling guilty about it. It's down to task difficulty, not something that they've done, not their lack of ability. Okay, and just so you all know, keep calm and stay motivated. Try and question your attributions. Do you have the ability to do it? Did you just not revise enough? Don't let yourself get unmotivated because you're giving yourself attributions that don't reflect your reality. Okay, any questions?